Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? My name is Kyle, you know me as Dragonmar, and welcome to a new video. Today guys, we are doing an Immortal VoD review, and a very special one at that. It's actually my VoD. On top of that, it's one of my worst games ever. However, I was able to turn it around in the end, so I really hope you guys stick around to have a chat with me about that. With that being said though guys, before we get into the VoD review, I'm actually doing VoD reviews for you, for my viewers. All you have to do is join the Discord, link in the description, and submit a VoD into the VoD request channel. On my stream on Tuesdays, we'll be doing viewer VoDs. I'll be going over views, doing some personalized coaching and things like that. Just a nice way to give back to you guys and my way to say thanks for all the awesome support I've seen lately. So head over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Dragonmar this Tuesday and every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern for viewer VoD reviews. Hope to see you guys there. With that being said, let's get started. Alright guys, we are starting things off here. We are playing on Ascent with Brimstone. This is pretty much an entire Immortal lobby. I think there might have been one diamond in the game. This was my first game back in 2 weeks. So my first ranked game on main account in 2 weeks of playing. Let's see how I do. So first things first, we're going to start off getting aggressive in B main. No one peeks me initially. Pretty good crosshair placement there, but my big problem was that I reloaded. So in that situation, I just got a little bit too comfortable with where I was, and unfortunately I went for a reload there rather than sort of just getting back to safety and then reloading. That's a really common play, is to have two people play main, one stays back, one stays close, and they peeked off the reload. Very smart play by the Phoenix there, able to catch me out. All right, heading into round 2 here, same exact play. Let's see what happens. All right, now I have information, right? Now I know that there are players playing B main every round so far, and that Sage loves holding the angle. Phoenix flash up close. That means the Phoenix is close. Unfortunately, Sage able just to get a super nice headshot on me. Great shot there, but we are able to trade out the Phoenix here. Sage also pushes up. So in that situation, I just went first, and I just kind of ended up dying. That's how it is sometimes. It was a pistol round. I was playing for information there. Not too bad in terms of the death. It happens. Sage hit a nice shot. All right, round 3 guys ended up going to us there. Just a 5v2 super hard situation for the enemy team to take back, so that's one that you should always win. We played very defensively there, and we're able to take the W on that round, bringing us to 1-2. I'm still with 0 kills, of course, and I am worried about a B main push, right? Because we've seen a lot of aggression from main. I like this play for me here because I know that these guys like to push this, or at least they like to play inside, so I have no problem with holding that. We do have the Cypher trap there. That's why I kind of leave it and say, hey, let's go help the team up mid. So I actually smoke over another Brim smoke there. I just wanted to change sort of the placement of it, but also, you know, prolong that smoke. Make sure we don't get pushed cat, because remember, one of the worst things that can happen to you when you're trying to take mid is getting pushed through cat as well, because it is super hard to figure out where you need to be looking. Where you're clearing mid, there's a ton of angles, and to have to worry about cat as well, not very fun. So that's why I like to smoke that pretty much every round actually. So my teammates make the call here. Let's go A. I'm going to start backing up here. Enemy Brim actually helps us out by smoking that, make sure so I don't have to worry so much about that smoke. I'm going to work my way up cat here with the rest of the team. So Brim ends up taking out my raise, so I'm going to smoke him off so I can get through. He mollies through. I get into tree. The Brim walks through the smoke with an op and takes me down there. That is an incredibly frustrating situation. I remember being very mad when that happened in my game. Unfortunately, you just have to play for an aggressive play like that. I now know moving forward, this Brim gets aggressive. That was an incredibly risky play by him, but it paid off big time. All right, we are now moving in round 5. Just a super aggressive Sage play there. Comes around the corner and actually takes me out with the op, only to get traded by my Sage. So that actually works out in our favor very well. And now we can start aggressing towards site. So I didn't necessarily play that poorly. I lost the duel, but this enemy Sage actually made a much poorer play. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting aggressive. I'm going through the smoke. I think players are still at A. Turns out that Cypher was already rotated into CT spawn. Ends up taking me out there. Once again, just really poor aggression by me. I didn't need to do that. I threw my life away for no reason, and that drops me down to 0 and 5. All right, we are now starting round 6. Playing mid here with the Vandal. Gonna do a little jump peek, make sure no one's holding me. And our Omen smokes mid. So right now, we're losing players over towards A. Our Raze goes down to the Cypher before picking off an enemy. We end up trading that kill out. Now we're up 4-3 here. I know I gotta get some smokes down. Opper on site. My plan here, I need to get this bomb back. It's being held by an op. I'm probably not gonna win that duel with my Phantom, or my Vandal. So I'm just gonna grab that bomb. Start to rotate back. Enemy Jet walks through the smoke again. Second player that's walked through the smoke there. Super shaky aim there. My crosshair should have been directly on his head. The second he walked through the smoke, I should have been able to take him out. That was a very poor play by that Jet. Almost cost him his life for no reason. He didn't need to get that aggressive, but I should have killed him there. No matter what way you try to spin that, that one's actually on me. I should have done much better there. Very poor aim. All right, with about 30 seconds left, we start aggressing onto site through tree. I'm just trying to clear angles right now, make sure nobody's in them. I have the bomb. I'm going to plant in the corner here because I'm worried about the heaven push. From that wide angle, I didn't really want them to be able to see me. I could have planted behind generator, of course. Sage dropped on site. I come through the Omen smoke, but because I sort of had my vision slightly obscured, I couldn't actually see exactly where that Sage was who dropped down. And she ends up taking me out there. Once again, I'm sort of seeing that lack of aim. Very rusty, as you can tell. That's a kill I think I get probably 9 out of 10 times when I'm fully warmed up. But that, unfortunately, drops me down to 0-6 so far in the match. All right, starting off round 7 here. Enemy player opping on Cat is the Jet. I love getting aggressive. I love peeking Cat here, but against an op like this, I have to be very careful. So enemy Brim ults us. I walk out mid, and because Cat is smoked, I'm just able to sort of one-tap that Brim. That's probably one of my best shots of the game, by the way. That was a very nice shot there. Good crosshair placement. The Brim there probably wasn't expecting that from me, and he forced me out with the ult, so I was surprised he wasn't already holding that angle. Generally, when you get forced out with an ult like that, they're going to have players watching where you come from so they can finish you off there. But I was able to take him out. Very nice play there by me. Now I know someone is site, someone is also CT. We are in a 4v4 here. No smokes left, and I've just used a molly. So once again, my utility is up, and we haven't even come near getting onto site.
He's right below the load.
So I'm gonna hang out in the corner. I'm gonna throw a stim beacon down just to help the team since we're all here. I have one ult. I have an ult, I should say. I'm gonna ult back site, hopefully force them out. Another player CT. I get legged. Sage on site planting. Our Cypher is able to kill the Jet. So now it's a 1v3 against the enemy Cypher. We know roughly where he is. And we're able to take him out. Nice little win there. I definitely contributed by killing that Brim. It took away a lot of their mid control. We took a little long to get onto B site itself, but overall, sort of a nice round for me there. Guessing on the scoreboard with that one kill.
Actually, I dropped you an op.
Don't get rusty.
They love fishing, I understand.
And round 9 is starting. Got the Vandal here, full armor, full utility. Currently 4-4 in the match, so pretty close game so far, despite me not really contributing too much in a lot of these rounds. So we're going to go for a triple smoke execute on A. Heaven smoked off, tree smoked off. Unfortunately, there is a Cypher trap in front of us, which is going to delay our push. Jet, once again, super aggressive, jumps out of heaven and ops me. Now, once again, with better aim, I think I probably could have killed her, but that is a super hard play to predict. The Jet getting crazy aggressive there. Risky for her, but it ends up paying off in the end. All right, starting round 10. Currently 1 kill. Opper on A, kills 2 of my teammates. Complete whiff with the spray control there. So once again, you are seeing what happens when someone does not play for a while. They lose that consistency, they lose that crispness with the aim, and that is a situation where I think a lot of times I probably kill both those players. I'm able to transfer off the Sage onto that Brim, but in this situation, absolutely no control over my spray. End up giving up an easy kill there. Teammates are getting killed now because of it. I am the reason we would have lost this round entirely. You could place the entire blame on me.
Let's go cat. Fuck that.
Looks like a teammate makes a call to go cat here, so I'm going to smoke off back mid towards CT there. Make sure we can sort of walk across safely. We'll also playing careful around market. Enemy Brim throws a molly towards cat. Now we need to get through this. We need to help out.
Come on, help me, please. Someone? I need smoke here.
Sage calls for a smoke. Our Omen ends up throwing that smoke. And we start making our way towards site. She goes down to the Opper. The Cypher on site's opping. And the enemy Phoenix was able to take me out once I got onto site. Nice aggressive play by Phoenix there with the ult. I was so worried about the Cypher that I wasn't paying attention to the fact that Phoenix ulted. And I ended up going down. Despite our team finishing all the enemies off, we still lost that round. All right, starting the final round of the half off, 4-7 right now, currently down quite a bit. Pushing up mid right now. Our Omen smoked it off for us here so we can get some control of mid. I'm going to smoke a little bit deeper here because I want to be able to take full control up towards Pizza and Market. I'm going to molly off that smoke just to make sure no one's hanging out inside of the smoke or close to it. But there is obviously a player in CT. A little lucky there not to take a headshot off of that play. Trap. I make my way through here, getting a little bit more aggressive here. Want to make sure they're not going to push us. I'm able to peek out, kill the Brim. Sage up close. Now I know Sage is walling for a res here, right? So I'm going to jump on top of the wall. Nice little tap there on the Sage, but I can't get back up to finish off the Brim. Overall, though, pretty nice play there by me. Good awareness, I think, just to know sort of that Sage is walling, not because she wants to wall that, but because she thinks she needs to get the res off. All right, now making our way over to site. Currently in a 2v2, 4-7, final round of the half here. I'm going to break wall to apply some pressure. I'm going to be a distraction here. I need to distract these enemies. That distraction ends up getting me killed, but I go down to the enemy Brim. Thankfully, our Cypher with much better aim than me is able to take down the remaining Jet there as well, and we end up finishing the half off 5-7. I think that what we saw there in the first half was a combination of a few things. I think first, I wasted a lot of smokes. Better smokes there would have helped us quite a bit. Second, really shaky aim. I think that comes with consistency. I think not playing really affected me in this game. I was not confident in my aim, and I think that showed. And then finally, positioning. My positioning in some situations was putting me out in the open too much, or reloading in situations where I should be behind cover before I reload. Little things like that really end up costing you rounds in this game, especially at the higher ranks. In the second half here, we need to do better. I think we finished that first half with either 2 or 3 kills, which just simply is not good enough at this rank. Thankfully, my team was able to do pretty well. I provided some utility with smokes, once again showing just how good Brimstone can be, even if you don't get many kills. So now the scoreline's 5-7. What I'm going to do here is I smoke off mid. I am playing mid on this map. The enemy team is pushing up. Got a nice little headshot there on the Brimstone, I think, as he's jumping as well. Unfortunately, though, they were able to take market control, but we do have a Sage on site who unfortunately goes down. So recap what I need to do. We're in a 3v3. I was able to take one out, which is great. Gives me a little bit of confidence on this round. They're closing the door here. So I have to be careful. You have to be very careful when you break that door, because if they're ready for you and you reload, you're an easy death. So I'm going to smoke off B main here, just in case an enemy is playing inside of there. It allows us to get by it just like that without having to worry so much about it. And I have one more smoke. So I'm going to smoke off the back of B site, forcing them into this side over here. Unfortunately, I end up taking quite a bit of damage there, but I'm still alive. So I'm still posing a threat, which is exactly what you want. I'm going to go for a little jump, right click. Nice little chunk of damage there. And our Raze is able to take him out. Good teamwork there. I was kind of baiting myself to help the team. Overall, very good round for me. Much different than what happened on the first half. And now with round number 14 starting, we're going to do a little bit of a buy here, getting a Spectre with full armor, full utility as well, just missing one stim beacon. Our Ray's getting very aggressive at mid with a Phantom, by the way. 2 kills with the Phantom. Ends up going down. So I started aggressing as well because we don't want that enemy team to pick up the Phantom. Had to fall back there. Sage just appears on Cat. I think she was up Cat already with the Phantom. So she ended up killing that Raze there. This is why you do not buy a Phantom on round 2. Because if the enemy team gets it, and you're the only one who had one, they have a gun advantage now. At least with that particular weapon with on that particular player. Very, very risky. Very, very high risk, low reward, as I would say there. I didn't necessarily play that poorly. I just unfortunately wasn't expecting the gun there to be in the Sage's hand, and she ends up taking me out with it. All right, so now we are starting round number 15 off here. I'm going to go support over towards B a little bit, getting ready to smoke. However, Sage is playing so close, I don't really have that opportunity, so I am just going to go back and smoke mid once again. So my Omen is also smoking with me. We probably don't need to play with this much smoke towards mid, especially because we're pretty much giving up control. I unfortunately do not have a Vandal or a Phantom for this round. I'm using a Spectre. So high chance I'm at a gun disadvantage here compared to the other team. We'll have to see what happens. Looks like I'm playing a little bit defensively from mid over towards Pizza, and I'm actually going to fall back. Now I love this position, right? And I've talked about it before. It's so good for getting crossfires. There's a lot of places the enemy team has to look. So if you stand back there, you can really catch some people out. So it looks like they are going to do an A take here. So I start rotating over towards A. Throw another smoke down just to help out. I'm going to peek main here. Get the stim beacon down. However, the enemy team is already rotating. So a little bit of an over rotate here, unfortunately. Little too quick on the rotate, I think. The Cypher had good utility up on site, was able to prevent sort of the rush there. We moved too quick. Now, let's see what happens. Alright, I break the door to get some vision here, hoping to catch some people cross. Looks like most are on site, but I am able to take down the Cypher. 3v2 here. Bomb goes down. Jet back site. Gotta be very careful here not to get opt. Cypher ends up dying to the op there. I would have loved to have played with the Cypher a bit more. End up taking the Brim out. 1v1 against the Cypher. And, excuse me, against the Jet. And she was just in a completely different spot there than I was expecting. So I think what happened was I was sort of hoping the Cypher was going to play with me. Either we trade each other out on the op or we just both take site together. One by one, we fell to an op. Very, very common story amongst players in Valorant. All right, we were able to pick up a few kills that round. Almost actually had it, bringing us 7 to 8 right now. They take that round off of us. So we are now in round 16. Save round for us here. I have a Shorty. As I've talked about before, Shorty is one of my favorite weapons on eco rounds. Let's see what happens. Playing with my Omen here. I know I have to play off my Omen. I'm able to take the Sage out with some nice shots there. Followed by the Phoenix, followed by the Cypher. 3 kills playing off of my Omen there. That is exactly how you should be using Shorties. I was able to get 1 kill, fall back to safety, and reload, which is exactly how you need to use that weapon. That was a perfect play. Probably my best play of the game, and on an extremely important round where it was sort of a must-win situation, or the enemy team threatened to go up very, very high in the score. Now, I'm going to ult there. That is a very poor ult, followed by a very poor play. I went a little bit too quick. I should have followed off of my Cypher instead of playing so aggressive, trying to get the kill. Did not have to swing like that because we had no information where the enemies were. I should have played a little bit slower. Thankfully, though, our Sage was able to finish a round off there. But that is a situation where over-aggression almost cost us that round. And now we are starting up round 17 here. Currently a tied game 8-8. So this is actually a pretty close match. I've started to pull things back, and I think that's kind of helped the team a little bit as well. Maybe they lost confidence in me at one point. That can happen, but no one was being too toxic towards me, which is nice. So I go for the 1v1 duel there with the Phoenix. I end up just taking him out. He peeked me with, I think, an inferior weapon, so not too hard there for me. And we clean them up on the A bomb site for a nice little round. I like getting a little bit aggressive there, especially with the Vandal, right? If I'm going to take these long-range duels, I have to have my Vandal, and I did. Felt good getting that kill. All right, round 19. The enemy team has shown some aggression over towards B and also got the ult orb. Looks Looks like Omen misses an op shot there towards mid. Phoenix, firewall. I gotta be very careful here because he could be close. And we're gonna start rotating. Looks like they are gonna be doing an A hit here.
I'll close the door. I'll close the door.
Garden's open, just saying.
Call is for Garden being open, but unfortunately Sage goes down to the enemy jet with her ult. So now we're in trouble, right? Because we're sort of, me and Omen are spread out in mid. We have one person on either side of site, and they are taking B currently. Door actually opens up, which was nice. Nice little kill there on the Brim. Took a little bit longer. Aim a little bit shaky, but I was able to finish him off there, and it is an opper down. Once again, Jet goes down as well to me. Once again, taking a little bit too long. Very, very close. But the enemy team actually plants on A. While we are killing them over on B. Looks like they did a split on both sides. 2v3. Throwing the stim down, of course. I gotta be very careful here, right? This is why I start running, because I know I can get wallbang through that wall. I wanted to back up a little, stay safe. Raze goes down to the Phoenix. Jump onto site. Even in the wire, still get the kill. 1v1 against the Phoenix here. I try to tap for half. End up losing anyway. So I get the half. Perfect. I lose the one-on-one aim duel. Only hit him, I think, once, I believe. That was not a bad play, right? When you lose rounds like that, you have to remember, you're not always making a bad play. Sometimes you're just missing the shots. I think that's what happened in that situation. I think I played that right. I just missed the important shot. All right, so I'm actually going to ult site here as I hear the bomb plant, but I do not realize that there is already a jet on top of boxes. Poor play by me. That is bad positioning. Once again, coming in on round 20 as well. Sage right now was thinking of resing me. Ends up getting a kill now, so she is actually going to res me here. Let's see what we can do together. Nice kill there by the Sage. I'm letting the Sage know right now to bait me. Just bait me is what I'm saying. I go down to the Cypher. Now Sage knows exactly where they are. Ends up taking the kill there. That's a situation where I tell a lot of people this, right? I'm perfectly fine with dying if it means we're going to win the round. That was what happened there. I said, okay, listen, bait me. I'm going to jump down. I didn't wait quite long enough because he actually was reloading, so that was a little dangerous. But overall, worked out really, really well for us. Nice win there. Very important. We go up 11-9. All right, playing defensively here in mid. A minute 5 to go. Currently up 11-9. Some pressure over by B. Currently a 4v4. So I get smoked out deep mid. Now this to me says that they are going to make some progress towards mid. So they could be up cat right now, which they are by the trap there. Good timing. Thank you, Brim. And now I'm going to rotate. I have to be very careful because they could be up garden. They are not though. Take out our Cypher on site here. So now I have to find a way to get us back into this round. Thankfully, Sage is already on that for us. Gets the kill. And then a horrible spray there cost me my life. Not a bad idea to go for a kill there. You know, it's important to sort of open these rounds up, especially with the Sage opping. They could be playing a little bit differently. Unfortunately, though, my aim let me down. Once again, we're seeing what happens with shaky aim. I end up going down there. And we end up losing the round. To start round 23 off, I am going to smoke mid off a little bit late over by arches because I was getting spammed. So I kind of want to stop that. And I'm going to play back now. I want to play passive. I want to keep things nice and slow. I want to take control here. We're currently in a 5v5 still, no aggression. Our Raze is, however, pushed up pretty deep. We have to be careful about this because if she goes down, they have a very, very quick path over towards B. My Sage actually throws a very nice wall there because the enemy was getting a little bit aggressive. However, we end up losing the Omen over in Garden. Thankfully, Cypher is able to follow it up with a nice kill on the bomb carrier and another kill on the enemy Cypher, putting us up 4v3 before finally going down to the jet. Our Sage able to get a frag there. Currently a 3v2. Bomb planted. And we res, going up 4v2 here. Very winnable. Jet Phoenix, both site is the call. Turn the corner, take out the Jet, and kill the Phoenix as well. Nice play there. Nice calls as well. by the team. We were able to play off of that. Great teamwork overall. We were in an overwhelming situation where as long as we all played together there, that was almost unlosable. Great job overall by the team. All right, the final round of regulation, I actually get ulted by the enemy Brim, bring me down to 70 health. So I lost half my health there.
I can heal you. Peek me.
Out of charges. Out of charges.
Cypher's in trouble.
Still up, or still even right now, 5v5.
They broke all mid though.
I'm sorry.
Omen has ult. Enemy Jet has ult.
They're smoking mid. Heavily.
They are smoking mid off with Jet. Did not expect her at all to be in the air there. So I actually end up missing some shots on her. I probably could have killed her if had I expected that. Then they wall to take market control here. So right now, I'm going to smoke off market to try to help my team.
So I could TP.
15 seconds.
That smoke there is meant to delay the push through market. Make sure they can't just take it for free. Raze is playing close as well, so I'm trying to help her out as well. But nobody on site, you're noticing again, on B site. Nobody on site. So if they're able to get on there, it's going to be tough. All right, Cypher playing alone over here on A. Enemy showing some aggression. I'm making my way around heaven.
No way. They're on site.
You're smoked off, though, so I can't actually get through the smoke. I'm going to try to go for a wall bang.
Cypher underneath. He's got a gun. Underneath.
All right, currently a 3v4.
Phoenix underneath.
We get flashed up on heaven, lose our Sage. I take down the enemy Brim, and I go down. And guys, I think now we can kind of go over a conclusion. This game actually ended up finishing in a draw after overtime. Teams decided that they didn't want to keep playing anymore. So, I started this game off, if you can believe it, I started this game off, I believe, 3-10. I ended up bringing that scoreline back by the end of the second half to 16-18. So that's 13 kills and 8 deaths in the second half on defense. So as you can see, right, much better on defense. But had I played better on offense, we probably win this game. So what happened, right? What can we take away from this game? First of all, consistency. I did not play the game for 2 weeks, and it really showed early on. I was at a disadvantage against a lot of players and a lot of gunfights, even if I probably have better aim in the end. I still was losing because I couldn't get my crosshair on their heads. On top of that, my positioning wasn't very good. I was constantly finding myself in positions where I was overexposed or without assistance from my team, and I was dying alone. On top of that, my utility was pretty bad as well. I was doubling up smokes with Omen, I was not communicating very well with him about where we were going to smoke, and I wasn't using my smokes properly for executes, and if I was, we were getting countered with utility. The second half, things obviously improved. I had sort of found my aim a bit more and was hitting a lot more shots. I think that the round with the shorty really helped me. That was a really good round there that gave me a lot of confidence. But on top of that, I think in the second half, you also saw a little bit better teamwork, some trading going on, good rotations around mid, but also one thing I need to work on, and I think we saw that during the game, is over-rotating. I rotated way too early sometimes, and I think I probably cost us maybe a round or so in that second half just by not being in mid where I was playing. On top of that, I think I could probably be a little bit more aggressive with my mid play. I think my lack of confidence was really hurting me. Normally, I'd pick up an op during some round and op mid a bit. I also never really peeked B link. I think once again, my aim really held me back in that regard. And had I been a bit more confident, I probably actually would have gone for some more aggressive plays, which probably could have helped us on defense. With all that being said, if you guys are interested in having your VOD reviewed, I am doing VOD reviews on my Twitch stream this Tuesday. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you join the Discord and, of course, follow me on Twitch, the Discord, to, of course, submit the VODs. And then there's, of course, a chance that I'll be able to review them on my Twitch stream if time permits. With that being said, though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I wanted to give you a little look into what it's like to be an Immortal and what it's like to have a terrible game. Just so people understand that, you know, Immortals are human and sometimes we play like trash. And this is what it looks like. I hope you're able to learn something. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe for more content like this in the future. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day, guys. Peace.